ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action. 6 rounds in the light welterweight division, and introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at 10 stone, 2 pounds, 10 ounces, 17 fight record, 13 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance, and just 40 feet. Coming from Bradford, it's Jonny Parkinson. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the silver trunks, trimmed with white, weighing in at 10 stone and 2 pounds, 15 fight record, 13 wins, 2 inside the scheduled distance, and 2 losses. From Manchester, Jonny Rocco. Timekeeper, the bell, is Mr. Colin Roberts, and our referee in charge of the action is Mr. Phil Edwards, and this is 6 3-minute rounds.
Danny, come on. Go in. Okay, gentlemen, you follow my instructions. When I tell you to break, take a step back. Watch those heads in close. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Seconds out, round 1.
16th outing for Manchester's Jonny Rocco. Hasn't fought since last summer, but then his opponent tonight had a recent break of 4.5 years and walked into a right hand straight away. Jonny Parkinson on the comeback. Both in need of rounds and off to a fiery start. Right from Rocco. Both need the win here, Jim.
Yeah, well, I don't think they did Parkinson any favours with his first comeback fight. Mark Thompson, he was really out of his depth. That was a match and a result that could have sickened a lot of people, but he's been back since, and here he's back again, so obviously has his appetite back for the game after the little break. But he'll need it tonight because this one's going to be lively.
Mark Thompson blew him away inside a round. What a welcome back to the sport that was. Tough character. But Rocco's tough too. Both need rounds as well to get their careers rolling again. Good opportunity.
Parkinson's been a little bit more accurate. Rocco throwing a lot of punches but not landing cleanly with too many. Maybe a little bit more method in what he's doing. Yep, good stuff there from Parkinson.
Creeps a couple through. Jonny Parkinson. It's scrappy from Rocco. Might just be trying to find his feet, shed the rust quickly.
Yeah, but you should box yourself into a fight. I mean, you don't want just to be charging out. He's making too many mistakes. Parkinson looks fairly physically strong, standing his ground with him. He just has to put a little bit more thought into what he's doing, Rocco, I think. Nope, still missing.
Yep, timing not there, rhythm as well for Rocco. Can he just settle himself down? That's better, trying to get the jab going. Must be very eager. Then he's back fighting again. Just a bit scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Parkinson's enjoying fighting at this pace, but it's only over 6 rounds, and you know, you can't just grind out results if you're taking too many shots in the way in. You don't have time to make up the leeway. That was a bit better from him there. And he's been countered several times in the opening round here. There's another couple.
A little more from Parkinson in the opener.
Come on, let's. Yeah. You remember the left from your right? You know your left from your right, don't you? Yeah. Well, why are you going over to your left and maybe stepping to your right? You remember? You're on the side of his left hand, give me the water. Go to your right. When you throw that jab now, listen, when you throw that, step to your right, boom, the right hand over the top, bam, bam with the jab. You're standing there, you're right on the left, just stand across.
Not a happy trainer there, Bob Shannon.
No, Rocco put an awful lot of work and effort into the opening round, but maybe a bit more thought would have been better. We're seeing some good work from him here, but he was walking into too many little short counters from Parkinson. He was just committing himself a little bit too much.
Give him another drink.
10 seconds gone.
And you can see how out of breath he was at the end of that round. Put a lot of work out.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Second of 6. 10 stone light welterweight division, predominantly silver trunks of Jonny Rocco, who grew up in Tenerife but is now based in Manchester, here with Bradford's Danny Parkinson. Parkinson's won 13 of 17, Rocco 13 of 15. Plenty of effort and punches thrown in the first round. Not that much quality though, not yet.
No, it was a little bit untidy. It's in a frantic pace set by Rocco.
Yeah, cuffing punches, not everything clean or technical. Left hand from Parkinson, who's just trying to find a way to get his shots through the guard of Rocco, which isn't that tight.
Well, we're seeing a lot of effort, not an awful lot of skill. I think they both have to just settle down, especially Rocco, just settle down a little bit, think what he's doing.
He had 50 amateur fights, Rocco, so there is pedigree. But it's this whirlwind Parkinson. He's really G'd himself up for this fight.
Yeah, and I think Rocco's burning up too much energy for little return. Putting out an awful lot of work, but he seems to be forcing the work, which also takes a fair bit out of you. Missing with that attack. Very scrappy. Hopefully it'll settle down.
Had the chance to get to know Jonny Rocco a bit better when he was a standby for the light welterweight prize fighter tournament in December. Won by Gavin Rees, he never got the call. But interesting, his father was a former wrestler, Mark Rollerball Rocco.
He's finding the target now. So is the pace he set beginning to get to Parkinson already? I don't know, but he's still setting a tremendous pace. And although we're only talking 6 rounds here, it's not easy to keep this pace going even for 6 rounds.
Gritty and determined type, Rocco, but then Parkinson must be as well to be continuing with the boxing game after that crushing defeat to Mark Thompson.
Get yourselves out. That's it.
He's 29 now, Parkinson. He needs to get a few wins together or he's going to be cast in the journeyman bracket.
Listen, again, I know it's probably the last thing you want to hear, but you listen to me, look at me. It's the last thing you want to hear, but you're going to have to push him forward. He cannot fight on the back foot. Do you hear me? You're watching him there. Every time you push him back, you can't do anything. Look at me when I'm speaking to you, right? Are you listening to me? You're just letting him dictate, Danny, and you're letting him come on. Look at my eyes. You're letting him dictate, you're letting him come on to you, and he's getting away and he's landing shots, and you're doing nothing, right? This time I want you to get a bit fucking mad, okay?
Excuse the language,
Get
but
mad
is
with
Derek
him.
Roach
Push
right
him back
there?
And don't give him an inch. Do you hear
No,
me?
Rocco had a better round there. He landed more punches, still setting a crazy pace.
And listen,
So I wonder if Parkinson may be coming a little bit
He's going
uncomfortable
into
with
it.
it.
When you're going out, don't go in the straight line, just turn him. Right?
I thought Rocco won
Come on now.
the second round. Lost the first, but won the second.
Seconds out. Round 3.
26 victories between them, only 6 defeats. So there is quality in the ring with Jonny Rocco and Danny Parkinson. Hasn't quite gelled as of yet. Plenty of time left. Scheduled for 6 rounds. There's a cut though to Parkinson on the right eye.
Just notice the blood as they come out of the clinch. I'm wondering if a little clash of heads caused that. But it's been a little bit scrappy, so we shouldn't be too surprised.
And that might make Parkinson really go for broke. He was stopped in 3 by Gary Woolcombe, former British champion at light middleweight. How nasty is it? Early in the round, too. Head clash 2 seconds into the third caused it.
Well, the better punching at the moment coming from Parkinson. Again, Rocco putting out a lot of work, but not really coming up with the quality that's required.
Watch the head, says referee Phil Edwards. Body shots from Rocco. Not panicking, Parkinson. It's a good shot from Rocco. Best one he's landed in a while, and an uppercut too. And here he comes. There's the grit I was telling you about, Jim. He's got plenty of it, Rocco.
Yeah, and again, heading towards the last minute of the round, he's the one maybe digging in, just forcing out the punches.
He really wants to succeed in the boxing game. 27-year-old.
Yep.
Body shots too now.
I don't know that Parkinson's all that comfortable at this pace. Again, in the last minute, Rocco producing the better work, which shows he may be the one with that little bit extra condition.
Well, under Bob Shannon's tutelage, I'd expect nothing less. That might be worsening a bit. It's bulldozing in now, Jonny Rocco.
I think the big problem with this is, scoring-wise, is there's very few really good, clean punches landing. It's been a little bit scrappy. Nothing wrong with that one from Rocco.
He's got the bit between his teeth, and Parkinson, that eye looking worse. And maybe the panic that wasn't there initially is starting to set in. Rocco fired up. And that right eye looks nasty.
Put him up. Look. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you hurt?
No.
Is he hitting hard?
No.
Right. So why are you standing off him then, Danny?
Big breath.
Why are you standing off him? The only time he hits you is when you're giving him a load of room, okay? Listen to me, okay? Say yes.
Yeah.
Right. The only time he's landing a shot on you is when you've been standing off
He's
him and
asking
you're
those
giving him loads of
questions
room.
because he
You're letting
thinks
him
he
land.
is a bit hurt.
I think he's just struggling with the pace. That was the clash of heads right at the start of the round. And we shouldn't be surprised because a lot of the action has been a little bit scrappy. It's been non-stop. You couldn't ask for any more endeavour from either man here.
10 seconds,
Some
corners.
more accuracy would be better, and Rocco started to produce that again in the last minute of the round.
Seconds out, round 4.
Second half. And Jonny Rocco keen to get on with proceedings. Danny Parkinson cut in the third. Just gone off the boil. Rocco not the biggest puncher with only 2 knockouts on the slate. He's a rough and tough type, and he will take the fight to Parkinson now. Body shots.
Well, if Parkinson's not too enamoured with the pace, a couple of body shots could maybe add to his problems, but not a lot of power in those shots from Rocco, though. See, they're all over the place. I mean, there's not really any balanced punches from either man, so we're not seeing any snap in the shots. Need to settle themselves a bit more, settle down a little bit more.
Good effort there from Parkinson. Walks into one though.
Break! No punches, one
Rocco
step.
desperate for a
One step.
victory, having
One step,
lost his
nothing
last
great.
one to
Top
Charlie King. And the right hand was nice. Set it up with a couple of jabs. He can box when he wants to.
Which is what he should have been doing in the earlier rounds, you know, throwing the jab, coming in with the right hand. He's just too keen to get on with the job, Rocco, in the early stages. We know he can box.
There's some blood, I think, to the left eye as well for Danny Parkinson. It's all going wrong, really, for the Bradford fighter now. He's got 4 knockouts on his record and may start to need some power. Are those cuts going to hold up? Has he got the strength to prevail too, Parkinson?
His head's a little bit stationary too, Parkinson. He's been caught with good punches here. That's a sign of tiredness. There's not the same mobility.
Looking down to Derek Roach in the corner as well, Parkinson. I think his trainer noticed something at the end of the third, that his fighter wasn't particularly happy. Cut round both sides. Will they let him go on?
Come on. Look, come on. Box on.
He doesn't really look like he wants much more of it, Parkinson, by that reaction, Jim.
Well, he hasn't been comfortable with the pace. He's sticking with it. He's brave enough. He's determined. But I think he's just struggling. Like me, he probably didn't believe Rocco could keep this pace going, but to his credit, he has done. And he's just winning things on sheer work rate now. I'm not saying the quality of his work has improved greatly, but he's kept it going. He's just kept forcing the work rate. So, winning the rounds on my card.
Physical strength too. Tries to come back with a couple there, Parkinson. Bloodied around both eyes. Was that a last hurrah? He looks desperately tired going back to the corner.
Right. Listen to me, Dan. This is probably your last round, I'd say.
Either way.
Hey?
I can't say with it, but...
You should be able to see there's nothing in your eye. This is your last round. Fifth round, yeah, well, it's his last round if you don't pull it out. You hear me?
Yeah.
Are you going to go out and go for it this time?
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Don't go wild. Hands up, and you got to bang this kid out. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Because this cut is not a nice one. It's not a very nice cut. Okay?
Look, I don't want to scar for life.
Hey?
I don't want to scar for life.
Don't worry about the scar, mate. Worry about winning the fight. 2 stitches, 3 stitches are covered up.
Fascinating insight between fighter and trainer
there. Are you going to get out there
there.
and bang this kid out?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Have you
They're
had a
giving
drink?
him one more. Does he really want it though?
Well,
Seconds out. Round 5.
we keep expecting fighters to be machines without any emotions, but you know, there sounded a little bit of worry there in the corner from Parkinson. I don't want to be scarred for life. I think maybe he feels the fight slipping away from him. If he felt in charge, he would be quite happy to go out for the next round, but maybe he feels things are beginning to go against him. There's not much left in the tank. So he was looking for a bit of sympathy in the corner, but I didn't hear much coming his way.
One more, they said, unless you pull it out of the bag. He's trying. Give him credit for that. But Rocco again charges forward, works the body. It's not pretty, but it's become effective.
Yeah, when you're feeling the pace already, those body shots can't be too pleasant. Full credit to Rocco. You could not ask any more as far as effort's concerned. But for a future, he's going to have to tidy things up and develop his skills a bit more. But what a battle this has been.
Yeah, grueling, intense in there, especially as Rocco goes for the body. Planting the hooks in Parkinson. Well, he's got 1:40 left. If Derek Roach is going to keep to what he said.
I don't know if it was a mistake in the corner, if Derek Roach maybe thought it was the last round coming up. I don't know. Or if he thought, I'll give you one more round because of the cuts. So we'll find out in about just over a minute. But Rocco's still prepared to set that pace.
I think he's seen his fighter flagging in the corners between the rounds. I think that's the worry.
Rocco's actually boxing now, they're just a stumble. Rocco now trying to box behind the left jab. We know he's capable of that. Wonder why he didn't do that earlier. Because this really has been a tough one for both those guys.
They're down to fitness and desire much more than technical skills. Just like welterweight encounter, right hand from Rocco. lighter on his feet. Totally in control now, of course. And I guess just interesting to see what happens when Danny Parkinson goes back to the corner at the end of the 5th.
Yeah, I think it's another round where Rocco has given that bit more of himself. Just kept the work rate up. Just kept forcing and pumping the punches out.
And these body shots have slowed Parkinson down. Didn't have the best start, Rocco. He's found his feet and he's doing, well, what he does best.
You know why you like this? Because you
strength-wise.
haven't been doing the training in the gym, have you? You've been having this time off. This is what it is. You know what it is? This is what it's all about, isn't it? You can't afford to do this time off, you listen. You all right?
Yeah, let him breathe for a minute first before you give him a drink, Rob. Listen to me. Do you want me to pull you out? Do you want me to pull you out?
No.
Well, he didn't sound very convincing there, man. Are you going to have a go at this kid, or are you just going to let him dominate you for 6 rounds? Dominating you. He's a bloody lightweight. He's a baby. He's dominating you, man. You're letting him dominate you. Do you hear me?
What's wrong, Danny? You okay?
Yeah.
You okay, sure?
10 seconds, corners.
Well, he hasn't sounded convinced in himself
Seconds
on
out.
those last
6
couple
to
of
the final
exchanges
round.
at the end of the 4th and 5th. And he comes for the 6th. And, quite worrying that from a fighter, I think, Jim.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is with fighters, they have that fighter's pride. If you send them out, they'll go out. You usually have to, the decision to pull a fighter out usually has to be made in the corner, they don't even consult the fighter.
Well, should they have done it?
Well, I mean, he's not been tuned up. I mean, he's still competitive. On my card, he's losing the rounds now, and obviously his corner man, Derek Roach, agrees with that. But no, it's not a fight that you would ever expect a referee to step in and stop. It's not one-sided, he's still competitive. But it's just the fact that his heart doesn't really seem to be in it as much as it was earlier. And that's a little bit worrying, but I think he'll see it out to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Phil Edwards has never had an opportunity to stop it, but it was interesting that he went to the corner just to check.
Yeah, I mean, that's down to the body language. I mean, you can look at the fighter in the corner. Also, the referee's keeping the score, remember, so he knows which way things are going, so... And I would expect Rocco's in front.
Interesting too, Jim, that Bob Shannon wasn't very happy with Rocco, and maybe his training hasn't been tip-top, but he's willing himself on, and he's certainly got the desire to get this job done and get that victory he needs.
Well, Bob Shannon is a hard taskmaster. We've proved that in the past. I mean, his fighters are always in great shape. So you would expect him to, you know, have a little edge to his voice just to keep Rocco. I mean, I think it's been a tremendous pace that he's set all the way through. I would actually like to have seen a lesser pace and a bit more method in his boxing. But looks as though he's getting the result, which is the main thing.
Inside the last minute. Certainly hasn't been a classy boxing affair, nothing like that. A different one. Physical guts and strength. Takes a couple there. Parkinson still keeps coming.
One step.
Well, he's brave to have got through this. Whether or not he should have been pulled out, well, that's open to discussion and debate.
I mean, a lot of fighters want to go the distance so as they can box again within a matter of weeks, but obviously with the 2 cuts, it'll be a little while before Parkinson will be able to box again. But I think he'll want to see this out. When it's over, I think he'll be glad he's done so.
Yeah, I suppose because Rocco not the big puncher, he does get through the 6 rounds. Rocco gets the victory. Parkinson sees it out. 2 tired light welterweights after a tough 18 minutes, particularly for Danny Parkinson. Hard business.
Yep, hard business. I mean, it was watchable, it was untidy at times, but it was action all the way through. I feel a bit sorry for Parkinson. His heart seemed to be knocked out of it halfway through. Good win for Rocco, but he's going to have to start using his skills a little bit more, and I'm sure Bob Shannon will be reminding him of that next time he sees him in the gym.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. After 6 entertaining rounds of boxing, referee Phil Edwards has scored this contest. Parkinson, 56 points. Rocco, 59 points. Your winner from Manchester, Jonny Rocco. And what about that, ladies and gentlemen? Bradford's Danny Parkinson.